going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. I'm in here with Mayor Socrates, Boss Man Jay, and it's your boy Gnome G. And today, when playing in the snow goes wrong, Michigan's ex-head coach Sherrone Moore obviously has been fired and let go for some crazy situations that he's had with a staffer that he had on his coaching staff that he was having a relationship with. And, some crazy stuff has obviously transpired from that. So, Boss Man Jay, you got more on, of this topic right now. I want to put that stuff up there so we can see what's going on with that.
So, I hear the boy basically had a nervous breakdown, man. Sherrone, like you said, Sherrone Moore, head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, the first African-American head coach of that institution. And he just snapped out after he got fired for an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. During an argument with his wife, Moore threatened to off himself. He then drove to and broke into the home of his assistant, where he held her hostage with a knife to her throat and threatened to kill both himself and the staffer. He was then intercepted at a local church after his wife provided his phone location to authorities. He is now in protective custody. Just a tragic chain of events for all the parties involved. Yeah, man, this boy tripped all the way out. Like, what the hell was you thinking, bro?
Love them goddamn snow bunny. Now he want to sit here and act like he want to take his own. Man, listen. He realized how bad he done fucked up, how he done just sat here and lost everything he done worked so hard for. Over.
Man, he inherited one of the best jobs in America, for real. Or in college football, for sure.
You coming in out the
and Gnome spoke about this, man. This is not a good time to be a celebrity or be anybody of notoriety. When people know you end up on memes, you end up on all the jokes. You know what I'm saying? You end up just out here. And of course, you're embarrassing everybody involved, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah, you have to be mindful, man. You have to be mindful of the climate that we're in today with memes and AI. I actually think you have an AI video there, Boss Man.
I love snow bunnies. Why they put Coke on that man's face?
Internet is undefeated, man. You can never win with the internet, for real.
Man, undefeated. So, I mean, when you take these high-profile jobs, when you become a celebrity in whatever facet, whatever form, you become a public figure, and people are looking up to you, and for whatever reason, those are the things you got to be ready for. And I don't think at that current time, which, everybody will say, oh, if I was this, I was doing this, I would have, he obviously was doing something, he was doing his thing out there, and he probably should have been smarter about him, stepping out on his family, on his wife like that, and knowing that he, just knowing the position that he had. And it all came crashing down on him, obviously that day, and he turned up, and now he's locked up for what he's done. So yeah, you just got to be mindful of, man.
Put a nigga in power and they run out. He done went out there, he got this white girl and gave her all types of promotions and everything.
Doubled her salary.
Like, you wanted to get caught. You got a whole family at home, bro. And I'm pretty sure, man, I don't know nothing about the kid that he was messing with, but I'm pretty sure she didn't deserve her salary to be doubled. She probably young.
There she is right there on your screen. On the right. Now that's the wife on the left. And that's the staffer on the right.
Get a little bit of power, boy. You don't know how to act. They
Hey,
gave him, man,
definitely.
he damn sure inherited a good football organization. Because you following Harbaugh after they did. Yeah.
And I mean, that's the man of Michigan. Like that's almost the highest you're gonna get over there at Michigan with Harbaugh. Obviously, they got a lot of legendary people that have been on that, been a part of that university. But I mean, Harbaugh's up there, and he just won a national title not too long ago for him.
Said he overdosed on snow bunnies.
But for him to crash out after the fact is a crazy part, man. Once you get caught, man, men out there, everybody who listening, once you get caught, don't just crash out and act like you just don't want to live anymore. Like you just gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, like,
you gonna kill everybody. Like it's just
over.
Come on, bro. You
get everybody out.
Cut that shit out, man. That like you was enjoying the ride while you had it. Own up to it, man. It is what it is. And it's crazy because no one brought up to me that he's not even the first black coach in Michigan to get caught up on some charges like this. Because a little while ago, it was Mel Tucker messed up an $80 million contract for some kind of bad behavior as the Michigan State coach. So.
And then you see, and then we wonder why they never want to give black men a chance.
But Pete, this though, this all leads to another conversation that Ryan Clark had, and then we had a response to Ryan Clark on social media. But first, we'll get into the comments from Ryan Clark. He was on with his First Take or ESPN, somewhere.
From more point of view, you have to look at his failures as well. He failed, if these things are true, he failed his family. Yep. He failed the young men he was in charge of leading and coaching. And he also failed a community of coaches who would love to follow him to get an opportunity to coach at a historically great university like a Michigan, to be amongst the names of the Yost and the Schembechlers and the Lloyd Carrs. That was the opportunity that he had that he failed at. And we also have to think about this young lady who was a subordinate and what these accusations or what these actions will do to her for the rest of her life. And so now if you're Sharon Moore, who was the first African-American head coach at the University of Michigan, there's also a community of coaches that would love to follow in your footsteps that will be partly judged because of your actions. He does have to own that. He does have to, at some point, acknowledge that. He has to be held accountable.
Okay.
I don't know about putting all that on your shoulders.
So, and that, what I'm saying, that brings another conversation up, because if this was some other color person, would we get that whole conversation of, oh, well, now we can't hire that type of coach because these coaches did this? I don't think that conversation even happened anywhere else. But anyway, there is a response Noam sent me from Uncle Luke, of all people, which I hate to have this conversation when it's our rappers and entertainers having conversation with people who,
Yeah, but I will say in Luke's defense, Uncle Luke's defense, he has been a part of the coaching community down there in Florida, which, Florida is a huge recruiting area. He's been a part of that community for probably since the 90s when it comes to football. So,
for sure.
Music and football probably have been hand in hand in his career for a long time, for sure. So I know he's respected in them circles and all of that.
Yeah. So he took those comments from Ryan saying that the man got to be held accountable and this and that, and this is what Uncle Luke had to say.
Let me say this to Ryan Clark. You say a lot of dumb shit on TV. You and a couple other people, when you get on, I just turn that motherfucker off. But this is by far one of the dumbest things that you've ever said. When you said that Coach Moore has set back African-American coaches and he's a disservice to African-American coaches That's a bunch of bullshit.
I ain't
I'm a
say
coach, and I deal with college coaches on a daily basis. Not a day that go by I don't deal with black college coaches. White ones too. It's not a setback. And here's what's worse about it. ESPN should be suspending your ass for saying some dumb shit like this, because if you would have said the same thing that when Petrino did it, oh, white coaches are being set back hundreds of years because of Petrino. See, what you don't understand is you're feeding into the bullshit. You have just set black coaches back because you are giving these people what they want to not hire black coaches. You are flaming the fires. So when the brother goes in and get ready to become the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, our head coach, they remember what you just said, and they use that against these black coaches, bruh. You smarter than that. Unless you just working for them. You're setting black coaches back because you're giving them this bullshit ammunition. I can name.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Luke on that. That's exactly what I was saying. Like you can't put all that on his shoulder, because what he's done doesn't reflect any other coach. So I gotta agree with
and
Luke.
I agree too. I agree with Luke too. But of course, he's saying, and I agree with
shit like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Because we giving them the excuse that they looking for. That.
Yeah, because just like Luke said though, this is not a race thing. This is men being put in positions of power with coaching and being on college campuses around a lot of young women and having access to young women. This isn't a race thing. This is men being able to be in positions of power and having up the pick of the litter, if you should say, to go and see young women that maybe want to move up the ladder and deal with one of the coaches or anybody that's in power within that organization or university. You know, this isn't a race thing, in my opinion, but it gets turned into that when people bring those talking points in there. You know, that's just reality to me.
Like, or
I don't think Ryan was trying to be like that, but he does end up in a lot of controversy because he does have a lot of talking points that are kind of like more liberal, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he meant anything by it. But you're right. We can't give him the ammunition. You can't tell him what the fuck to use against us. Yeah. And don't worry, that's exactly what they're gonna use.
Ryan gonna be apologizing tomorrow. He always say some outlandish shit and then come back a day or two later with a long ass apology video. So
yeah,
we'll be waiting on that one.
Yeah, and I don't think it was like I don't think it was out of the wrong angle or anything. I think he's just basically saying the obvious of what we may have feel as black men seeing this. Like, you know, it's like saying the quiet part out loud, right? So he's basically saying that out loud, but it's kind of like you don't need to say that, especially in the
especially not now.
Like now, where black coaches in the NFL, college are getting their biggest shot ever. When we knew we never saw black coaches on the sidelines of any football organizations, college or NFL. So we're on this upswing, and then this happens, and then you make it like it's just over for black coaches. Like, come on, bro, this is a separated issue, and this is, once again, like I said, I don't feel this is a race issue. This is just when men are in positions of power. This is not usually, but these are sometimes the things that happen. Women are getting involved with married men, and men with power have women all over. You know,
we see. this is a crazy story though, Norm. We wanted to get to the part where we was talking about earlier, where you know how he got caught, right? A freaking DoorDash delivery person ratted him out to the school authorities because he had ordered a freaking Plan B to the freaking office, and the damn DoorDash delivery guy went and reported him.
But
Think about
that's
that.
that's stupid though.
Think about
Like-
that, bro. That's crazy.
And so you fuck up. You get the little young girl pregnant, and instead of you sending her ass to get it herself and making sure she took it, you ordered it and send it to your job
Yes, sir.
with your name. Like,
Floppy.
come on, man. Let's be smart here, man. Like, you're gonna do stupid shit. At least have enough sense to cover your tracks. Like, you're one of the most popular man in Michigan.
For
So
sure.
why order
One of the
something
highest
with
paid.
your name?
And also, let's think about it from the perspective of the DoorDash delivery guy. Man, that motherfucker is a villain. He's a villain.
Oh,
He
yeah.
burnt this shit down. He watching this shit burn. Boy, he fucking just watching all the fucking fallout from this shit. He didn't gain not 1 cent from this shit, but he watched all this shit burn down.
Man,
He said the
know
man.
that he the cause of it. But my thing is this:
He
so
said
what
the man.
happens to her? So we're talking about him getting fired. We're talking about his family being torn apart. What happens to her? Because nothing never happens to the lady.
Yeah, she's gonna be looked at like the victim. They're not gonna happen. She's the victim
But that's the fucked up part about.
I
this
mean,
whole-
what? Yo, let me ask you to answer this question. What happened with when this same instance happened in Boston with Ime Udoka? What happened to the
That's
lady?
what I'm saying. Nothing
They
never
damn
happens to
didn't
the
even
woman.
want to tell her name.
Mm.
They didn't even want to tell her name.
So she keeps her job.
Right.
She keeps her position that she probably didn't deserve in the first place. She keeps all the money that he's giving her that she didn't deserve in the first place. But his life is blown up.
And they act like he's the worst ever. Oh, he's the worst ever. Anything come up with his name on it, they bring that up.
Yep.
And
that's
it's
why.
sad that that's the way his legacy is gonna end.
Yeah. Mm. Yep.
But nah, you can't feel sorry for Sharon. Sharon, you dumb as hell, dude.
I'm not
Sharon
definitely
dumb
don't
as
feel
hell,
sorry
man.
for him at all. Like I don't got no sympathy for him at all because you did this to yourself.
We
You
got to
had it
remember the
made.
fact also, you went to this woman's house, broke in her house, held a knife to her throat, and the police had to track you down and arrest you. You ready to crash out. You threatening to kill everybody. Come on, bro. You was a goofy.
Even
You was a
yourself.
fucking
what was you
goofy,
gonna
bro.
get out of that?
Mm.
You was a goofy. No way around it. Like, I'm sorry, man. And you know, a large part of the African American community gonna say anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's what he get.
What you get?
That's what he get.
Going
But
outside your race.
Mm.
you know, so you know, that's not my thought on it, but some people could say that and will say that, you know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
people love what they love.
Yeah, you
man.
just dumb, man.
This-
Yeah,
this is what you
for sure.
Can't be mad.
But
at them for
Sharon
it.
Moore, man, I heard he had a $13.9 million buyout. They didn't even have to come out for anything because he was, terminated with cause. So Michigan didn't have to pay out all that money. And he basically messed off $20 million, man.
Damn.
He was making $6 million this year plus incentives. Yeah, like you said, the highest paid man in Michigan, probably getting paid more than the damn governor.
That's why he was ready to take everybody out.
Yeah, man.
All that money he didn't threw away. You done went from being probably a mansion to a 8x8. Shit.
When it rains, it pours. Cause he snapped out. He realized it's like when you cut on the lights in the rotor scatter. That boy got caught with his hand. That boy got caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Now,
And
It's crazy.
but when it happens to a black man, it's just seen the media and everybody makes it seem like it's the worst thing that has ever been done. Like nobody has never done this before. But time and time again, we see these white men doing it, and it is just looked over. It's just pushed under the rug. They talk about it for about a half a day, and then it's over. It's gone. Think about that meme that you just used. What? Maybe a week they talked about these people, and then all of a sudden you heard nothing else about it. It's over with.
Nah, you heard about them folks. That was so funny,
For about a week or two. I mean, you still was getting the memes and everything, but you wasn't hearing about what happened with them or what happened with the family. But they bringing up all this family history and everything. Just like when it happened to Ume Udoka. Shit, they talked about that for about what, a month? I'm just saying when it's one of us, it lingers. But when it's one of them, it's not talked about as much. It's not made as bad as it is. That they use excuses like, oh, this happens all the time. He's not the first. But then when this guy does it, they want to bring up, oh, he was the first black coach in Michigan, and like, what does any of that matter? We're talking about the situation.
I mean, I feel you. And it just goes without saying. So as a black coach and sitting in that seat and being, having all that power, bro, you gotta know, man, you gotta do right, man. You just gotta do right, bro. That's just it on that. Cause
even if the DoorDash guy hadn't blown his life up, at some point something was gonna happen. Because you gotta realize they already watching you. You're already under a microscope. Because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of them that didn't want him to have that position. It's a lot of people that didn't want him to succeed in that position in the first place. Hell, that damn DoorDash driver was probably one of them that didn't want him to have that position in the first place. So he was happy to tell on his ass.
Man,
he probably seen that shit like
DoorDash. Shout out to that DoorDasher, man. You a evil, dirty villain. You are an evil, dirty, nasty villain, man. Whoever you are. And you know it, too. You know it.
Penguin and the Joker ain't got shit on him.
He flicked that match and walked away with confidence, man. Watching this shit burn, bro.
That motherfucker out waiting on that phone. He waiting to do him an interview. He can't wait till he the one told him. Ooh, he can't wait.
He watching the news. You think he ain't told his friends that he's the one? Oh man, what?
Oh yeah, that was
it's probably a known thing. It's probably a known thing in his circle. He's just watching the news like that's his work. Like he real life did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, do better, Sharon Moore.
Oh shit, it's too late now here. You should have been doing better, goddamn. It's too late now. That motherfucker like, oh with.
Your life is over. You made it worse by breaking into woman's house. You made it worse by breaking into woman's house, holding a knife to her neck, threatening to kill her and yourself, bruh.
Unalive. Like, what was that gonna do?
Unalive, yeah. Yeah, so, that really make you just look stupid and get you a real charge. Now you got a real charge.
Exactly. You were just gonna lose your job, bro. That was it. You could have found another job. You could have fixed things with your wife. You could have tried to salvage your family, but now you're going to jail. There ain't nobody you finna be holding on to now but a man called Bubba. Bubba gonna keep you warm at night.
Yes, sir.
Like you could have.
And it's sad too. We joking about it, but man, it's sad, man.
So what was that? What was him breaking into her house and putting a knife to her? What was that gonna accomplish? Like, what was he trying to get her to do? Say, oh, it's not true.
He's saying like you put it out there or something. Maybe he was blaming her. I don't know. I can only speculate, but man,
try to say, oh,
whatever it was,
child, you set me up. You did this. You told
whatever it was. He's a straight goofy. Like,
so how did they find out who the girl was?
She's the executive assistant to the head coach of Michigan football. Like, he's her assistant. She's his assistant. So,
well, they love messing with their assistants, don't they?
it's bad all the way around, man.
Secretary and assistants be the first one they mess around with.
It's bad all the way around, man.
Damn, brother.
But we gonna leave it there, man.
That man went from
Till next time. Till next time, right here on the Game Changers podcast. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hey,
Share,
tell a friend,
follow.
tell a friend.